So my computer decided it was time to time to restart in the middle of my stream. So that's good. And then I would have been live faster, but then my YouTube camera stopped working. So I was like, oh, that's good. Probably overheated because it's really hot in this room. All right, let's continue opening. Yep, just flash red for no reason. Fix the stupid focus on the other camera. All right, let's keep the pace. The YouTube camera was so stuck, even unplugging it didn't reset it. I had to like delete it. No, because the stream didn't start. The stream just resumed. Ding, when I'm in a good mood, you don't talk. When I'm like flustered because something stupid happens, that's when you swoop in. You ever notice that? You think that's a good place to be? Ooh, it's a clean electric fillet. You're an assassin. An assassin of what? Happiness? Wizdark, Harold. You're there to rub salt in the wound, and I still play you good cards. Ain't that something, dude? And yes, it's gradable. I should tell you how good of a person I am. It's submit it, please. That's the grade on it. Between 9 and a 10. Looks very tenable though. The grade is yeah. Why don't you go ahead and send it to PSA for me? The grade is pay the 35 so you get it back in 90 days instead of 180. Or take the 180 because who cares at that point? Your card's still getting graded. Lycanroc. It's a nice fighting hit for Cody. Swablu. No, it wasn't. I think it was like a legitimate crash because it wasn't like a full-on crash. It just rebooted itself because it got stuck. But like it probably overheated because this room was excessively hot. Alright, break 9. Second to last break before the feast. And we're just going to keep it rolling. Keep it churning. There's a pack of Fusion there. Who hit me with this up? What's up, Eggs? Just restarted the stream because my computer decided it was too hot in here and it didn't like that. Well, it didn't help that, like, I had the air turned off, and, like, I closed the door in here, and there's empty packs everywhere, and it's just perfectly insulated. It really doesn't help that, I can tell you that. And the fact that I'm running multiple cameras on this computer. All of that was enough for the computer to just pass out. Just for a minute, but it passed out for sure. Just no airflow at all, pretty much. No, I'm not opening the window. It's hotter outside. It's 3 degrees hotter outside. Saving the 150-day grading for the Machamp Alt that I'm gonna pull. I already pulled the only one that they ever made, so I don't know what you want me to do when you're gonna get disappointed. Well, I turned the air back on. Well, rather, I put the temperature lower. Colorless. You disappointed yourself by lying to yourself, saying that I was sending you Vivid when I literally could not have been more upfront that I wasn't. Because you're a troll. I don't know how much I just messed up that card trick, I can tell you that. Pretty bad. Also, keep your eyes on the website over this weekend because next week is going to be a little bit crazy. I think people are going to enjoy it. Ooh, Hyperelectric. Hello, Mark. Not seen that in a long time. A bit off-centered. Maybe you squeeze it out. No, who knows? It won't be this evening because Nick has to, like, make them. But it will be, like, Saturday, Sunday. More than likely Saturday. PSA cards? I don't know about that. We'll see. Thought it'd be a surprise. Espia. And no ding. Backspace what you're typing. I'm not putting Vivid in the breaks. It's a clean full art. Person. More electric. Belgian Raffles, dude. I like that name. It's got a little rhythm to that name. We're sold out for this evening, but Monday's breaks are gonna be great. That's an alternate grass. Mate, congrats on that. Very clean. Yo, trainer and fighting. Radiant Greninja, water. Dude, Chilling has been delivering us some deliciousness tonight. Right as I say it. Right as I say it, too. Are you kidding me right now? Y'all seeing this right now? Oh, and it's gradable, dude. That is so tenable, it's not even funny. I'm jealous of that. My gosh. That is insane. No reaction? You guys are sleeping on me right now. Unbelievable. Well, I guess I'll just keep on opening. Doesn't exist either. No, that one's real. Promise. I can't believe we just pulled that. It's actually insane. What do we got here? Hyper Trainer. Fusion Strike and Crimson, or might as well be Crimson. Chilling Reign. Just slept on, but giving us the most love tonight. I'll have to send a message, dude, to all the deniers out there. The sets that are shown the least love are giving us the most love. Dude, we got an alternate Moltres tonight, too. Jeez. Alright, break 10 and then the feast. We're flying through these breaks tonight. Even with the computer deciding to shut itself off. I'm about it. I'm about this song. Lists are good. I just need sleeves. This is the last break that stands between us and the final feast. let's get to it. Good luck, good luck. First pack. That is a very sick alternate. Aaron, very good. And Grass. JR. First pack, 2X. Full art colorless. I love this full art, by the way. The background was like a blanket. Is it gradable? That it is. That is an easy PSA 10. I'm not swinging it right, dude. Jeez. Calm down. So we are submitting this month if you do decide to grade it. Darkrai. Break is pretty stacked already. Oh my gosh, fighting. Craig, my guy. Maybe I could pull my guy some gold birds, make him happy, make his night better, even though I pulled him some heat tonight already. Umbreon, let's go. Cody. I also haven't updated the packs open counter. I don't think I've done it this week. I'll have it updated for Monday. It must have really got hot in here because the air hasn't kicked off yet. Jeez. I just set it like 2 degrees higher. Lucario. Thank you for Snowfall, dude. Maybe it'll cool me down. Oh, never mind. Bowling Kid wants me to get hotter in here. Bowling Kid is just here to ruin your plans, dude. And mine. I'm also happy that Tater Tot came in here for 2 seconds to take a break from her RP and then went back to it. Tell her she can't live in a fantasy world. Tell her to come back to us. Tell her GTA isn't IRL, dude. There's real people that care about her. Oh man, that's an evening. She even went like degenerate and is doing the casino in GTA. I was teaching my cousin how to play blackjack. He played it. Rapid Strike Master Chief. Almost there. West Virginia. Belt it out, dude. Mr. Sunshine on My Shoulder, John Denver, dude. Weekly booster box giveaway will be after the final break as well. Ooh, Rick Schreiner. Dude, I'm telling you, Chilling Reign is just giving us gifts tonight. Just gifts. Presents. No Zard once more, but trying. We got one more chance. We might go Zardless on a Friday, which is honestly pretty crazy. You got 8 hits from the booster box? Dude, we just hit the gold electrode, and we hit the gold bronzong twice this week. And we got the alternate Moltres, the one that looks like Samurai Jack. I think it was twice this week, too. We saw like a lot of cards that we don't usually see. Alright, let's line up this feast. It is not easy to pull. Let's line it up. Four. Five. Six. What chord is this? I'm going to lay this out less stressful. I'm just going to have them all like this. Because I feel like I always have to like be extra careful, and it makes me rip slower so it doesn't fall over. Pretty sure this Chilling Reign box has an extra pack in it or something. I don't feel like counting it though. We're going to start and end with Pokemon Go. 6. I like that. I like that idea a lot. And I'll push these two piles together. I'm just leaving room for Astral. I guess I'm just going to have two Astral stacks in the middle. Why not? Bowling Kid, did you ever play Hearthstone a lot? Because this was literally like the song on all of like the clips of Hearthstone. Kind of miss those days. Whenever I play Rocket League, I blast this song whenever I score. Maximum BM. Well, I'm at the point, or was at the point, where I would just disenchant the sets that would go into Wild or out of rotation because I didn't like Wild, and I was always able to like make enough of the next set. I would just disenchant all those cards. Did you download TFT for your phone yet? There's a website that tells you how much you spent on League of Legends, and I think I was almost like $3,000. And that's just skins. Mind you, though, I played that since like high school. You spent over $5,000 on Hearthstone, almost 10 years. I mean, it's not really that bad, considering. Have you disenchanted cards that went like into Wild that are not like current that you could play ranked? Because if you haven't done that yet, you're good for the next like 4 expansions. Oh, then you're good. You were just laying the groundwork. All right. Final break of this evening is a feast. Let's get it. All my boy Mark's in here. Some juicers. What is Battlegrounds? Is that different from like Arena? I have not played recently at all. I think the last time I played was, I don't even know what expansion that was. Oh, we're not tapped out for tonight. Then this is the last break, though. There's plenty of juice in this break. And I'm warning you guys. Next week is actually going to be insane. Like, it'll be good. Is it? It is like TFT. A pool with certain. Oh, so they made their own auto chest, kind of? But it's still cards? Interesting. I did not know that. Done Ducky with that sub. Appreciate you, dude. Who's got grass? Casey? That looks very tenable, by the way, if you want to grade that. I'm pretty sure TFT like adds units as the set goes on, and it severely needs like a couple more units to throw in the mix. There needs to be a dragon mage. Because everyone just goes the Revel with the firecrackers or Astral, and if you play anything else, you'd probably lose. Did you ever make it to Legend and ranked for Hearthstone? Because I got really close. I got to like rank 3. You basically just have to play every day for an entire season. That's how you make it to, and have certain decks that you play at certain ranks, so you climb faster. You can't just go face hunter all the way up. Dragon Mage sounds busted. But like every other class has a dragon that gives him stuff. It's really impossible to hit it like maximum mage. Top two. What? So basically, you're a Hearthstone streamer, dude. I loved Hearthstone in college specifically because it was. I literally just played Hearthstone in all my classes because college was not difficult. Certain classes was difficult, but most of them I've just played Hearthstone. I'm surprised I didn't hit Legend. Makes me miss Wreckful, dude. Legit. Rest in peace. His Road to Legend streams were fantastic. Ali Straza. I think I met Ali Straza at TwitchCon. I know Amaranth was there walking with like 10 security guards. And just live the entire time. Melmetal, still. It was surreal meeting Amacutie. I saw... Why can't I think of his name right now? Are you kidding me? I saw Dr. Disrespect. Grind out Freeze Mage. I would play like aggro decks in the early ranks just so you climb faster and the games are quick, where if you don't win in the first like 5 turns you forfeit pretty much. And then once I got to like rank like 13 to 10, I would like switch to like one of my control decks. Oh my gosh, who's got grass? Casey. I really, really like the control mage, the Exodia, or Paladin, control Paladin, Exodia Paladin. It's a little thick on the bottom, dude, but I think that might 9. Face Hunter is not fun either, because it's just to like get the games out of the way, so you could play actual decks. But like where you get the 4 horsemen out and then you just win the game, where you keep trying to fish out a horseman to bounce back to your hand, so that when you have the third, or when you have 3 of them, you put out 3 and then use your hero power for a guaranteed win. I love that deck so much. Those decks like that where like you're playing towards the win condition the whole game, controlling. Either that or mill decks. I love mill decks. Cold Light Oracle with the rogue, Shadow Step, vanish everything and everything just dies. Oh, Thaddeus. See, I don't care about wild. If I just like playing the most current, like, competitive decks. Dark. That was like when Death Rattles became a thing. That was a fun time. It was an interesting time. I'm trying to think what I played during that. I think I played Mech Druid. But that was the expansion after. Oh, N'Zoth, dude. Having everything buff N'Zoth was like the funnest ever. But I'm pretty sure that was the expansion that killed Hearthstone. Or at least like severely crippled it. Because that's when that one legendary came out. Was it not N'Zoth? It was for cast a random spell with random targets for every spell that was casted during the game. What was that the card? I forgot. Legendary. There's a super clip of that card being used in tournaments and then players just getting up and walking away as soon as it gets played. Because it was like a coin flip to win the game sometimes. Well, every time. Well, they had to. He could cast like 3 Pyroblasts in a row. Usually that's what it was. If it polyed itself, it would... What was the card, dude? It's one of the old gods from WoW. It's not N'Zoth. Or is it N'Zoth? And I'm thinking it's like Cthulhu. N'Zoth is the... I think N'Zoth is the card, and I'm thinking of Cthulhu. I'm trying to remember what other decks there were. Death Rattle Hunter was okay. Oh, Secret Paladin. Remember that? The 6/3 dude? And it plays 3 secrets, or all the secrets that it can from your deck. Who has Psychic? Super Hoods. That is very gradable. Grats. Murloc. Oh, that's right. It would summon like Murloc paladins. Did that change your hero power too? Or I'm remembering something completely different. Unless I'm not. I don't know. Trainer. My gosh, Nathan. Super gradable. Yogg-Saron, okay. N'Zoth was the one that triggered everyone's death rattles, or made it trigger twice? I got to experience him in Nax, and that was not fun. The daily Yogg, dude. I remember when I first played, my first legendary I got was Blood Mage Thalanos, and like my buddies had like Ragnaros and stuff like that, and I was like, man, I really got screwed over on my first legendary. But in reality, that card was used in like every deck. Summon all the death rattles that died. Oh my gosh. Let Sylvanas die. That's pretty... Yeah, I like that. Ragnaros the Lightbringer, dude. where it would heal your side of the field randomly for 8. It's all coming back to me. I'm starting to remember. I remember I played against my buddy Jason's deck, and he had Trade Prince Gallywix, and he literally just destroyed me because he had all the legendaries and stuff. Just to steal your rags. I do remember that. Sylvanas was good, and then you would run like Bane Bloodhoof too, or Kane. Karn. I remember I played like Demon Warlock. Yep, pretty much. It was just like a unit that had health and damage and it stuck to the board. Handlock with the Molten Giants. I just remember seeing highlights of people who would play Jiraxis, and then the hunter would have like the hunter's mark trap, and it would change his health to 1. Best thing ever. To be good in like vanilla Hearthstone, you needed legendaries though. If you didn't have legendaries, you weren't making it. You could make like a budget hunter deck, but I remember was it Chromagus? Not Chromagus. Temporis. Where it would make your turn, like everyone's turn, like 10 seconds. People would make Temporis decks and just spam an animation and just keep bouncing stuff back to their hand, and it would skip their turn over. Explosive Trip, GG, pretty much. There was a crazy deck that I had when every class had their own weapon. The Druid one would make you have like all your mana crystals if you destroyed the weapon, but like there was different ways to like cheese that. Yo, best legendary, I think it was the first one I crafted after not getting it, Dr. Boom. Dr. Boom was the best legendary during that. If you didn't have that, you couldn't play. Jade Druid was fun. It was like a ramping up deck. Jade Druid, man. That was a fun deck. Like, I liked decks that like really like built up to the late game. I did not like face decks like Pirate Rogue and stuff. Summon out patches, big damage. I do remember that deck. I tried making it, and I didn't want to waste dust crafting like useless cards. You needed certain cards to make the combo work. I forgot what exactly though. I really liked the warrior control deck that would shuffle bombs into the opponent's deck. I watched like a Krapern video that he made that deck, and I was like, I'm making this. He would always build like the against the meta decks, and it helped so much for climbing. That dude was sleeper, like the best content creator ever for making decks. And I've never seen a person get max arena wins so consistently. Ooh, that shrine. But I think the next funniest person that I loved watching in Hearthstone, besides Reckful, was definitely Forsen. That dude is beyond hilarious. You would like BM during tournaments. Miracle Rogue or Tempo Mage. There was a rogue deck I played with Malygos, but it would summon like a 1/1 copy of Malygos, so you get like plus 24, and you could like one shot people. It was like way overkill though, dude. Forsen quit and never came back. I mean, he probably quit when a lot of people did. Same with like Toast and all of them. I don't think Toast plays anymore. It was literally like, if your opponent didn't have any way to like begin shielding themselves, it was just overkill. It did way too much damage. Zero mana Shiv. But I still like Mill Rogue better. Dude, backstabs would just delete stuff off the board. Zero mana, just delete something. I'm trying to think of what other decks that like I played so much of. I didn't like the Death Knight Warrior, where like the hero power was like Whirlwind. Having two Cold Light Oracles, the hero that made basically a card in your hand echo, so like you could play it again in a row. The opponent thinks like they're like, oh man, they're filling up the board, because like a lot of people like weren't wise to like the mill strategy. Then they would hold back because they think you have some sort of board clear, and that's when you start milling. Play two Cold Lights. Shadow Step it, Cold Light, Shadow Step again. The guy draws like 20 cards. There's no way to generate more cards in his deck. I remember there was like a Death Rattle card that was like 2/8, but would summon a random card from your opponent's deck. And I remember screwing up people's combos that way. Because then like you kill whatever comes out. Death Lord, yep. Lumineon is water, by the way. Grats. This pack seems like it's a little bit thick. There's like too many cards in that pack. I remember making specific decks to beat the Lich King with, like in the AI mode versus the computer. You would like you'd have to make specific decks to like mess with his mechanic. Yeah, like the Hunter one was like take damage equal to how many minions are on your deck, and you just have no minions, all spells. The way you had to do it with the mage, because you basically get taken down to like no health and you lose, you have to play the secret dude. You have to keep re-entering where you have counterspell and play a secret for free turn one. And then it would counter whatever effect that he put on the field, and then you could win. Some of those story mode, like, boss fights were, like, really fun. Trying to think of other things that I used to love. I liked the Cthulhu meta. It was so simple but satisfying. I tried making a Shudderwalk deck where it plays all the battle cries that happened, and I feel like it just never worked. Galakrond sucked? I forgot what Galakrond did. I don't think I played during that. That was double water pack, by the way. Mr. Rhyme and a Radiant Green Ninja. But change your hero depending on the character? Oh. Interesting. What did the mage weapon do during that expansion that, like, every class had a weapon? Did it, like, lower the spell costs in your hand? That was an interesting, like, every class had their own, like, special weapon, and it, like, did something crazy. I remember the Hunter one was busted. It, like, added, like, a bunch of 6/6s that were, like, didn't cost anything almost. Full art Machamp fighting. What's up, Moy? All is well, my friend. I hope everything's going well with you. I'm on the last break right now. I just gotta open this feast and I'm done. I remember Priest was kind of busted because they could like. I remember doing a combo with like Inner Fire where you keep doubling the health, and then you end up with like a unit that has like 40 attack. Priest had like a lot of control cards. There was a OTK Priest deck though that I remember faintly. I don't remember the combo at all. But it was with a spell. And something made it hit like really, really hard. It might have been Malygos. Okay, water. Mark, the juice is loose, my guy. My gosh. That is not easy to pull. And I'd say that's at least a 9. If you're going to grade that. Gorgeous. Oh my god, this stack is stacked. Nathan, more trainers for your boy. It's a perfect size feast, dude, because it doesn't drag. Ever wake up and contemplate whether to make coffee or go back to sleep? Zodi, I almost didn't recognize you because you hasn't been in here for like 3 months. What's up, dude? How you doing? People just going MIA on me. About to put in the champ also. Don't lie, dude. We pulled the only one that they made. We did see a gold Electro tonight, though. Yeah, you're in a bad cycle, dude. Can't wake up. I just skip sleep. Way easier. Work got you away. I mean, I get it. Just know that I'm always here for you, even if you just want to hang out. Trainer. Trainer kind of going off right now. I pulled you some good stuff too, Zodi. Kind of missed the little cups. You mean espresso glasses? Yeah. Little cups, he says. Such a troll. What else have you been up to, Zodi? You just been doing Zodi things, dude? You gonna go pro in Dota yet? Start your esports team in Saudi Arabia? Be the coach? And just troll your players whenever you're like telling them, just give up, dude. Run it down. You guys are feeding. Nick was our esports coach when we joined that, like, what was supposed to be an amateur anyone can enter league tournament, and colleges were there for whatever reason. People that they gave scholarships to. Nick was our coach, so you could make it into the event without paying. And apparently, like, all the coaches met beforehand, and Nick knew nothing that was going on. Would have to travel for a day, take a day off, dude. And I know the espresso cups are strong. Dude, we literally got our first game was against the second seed of the tournament, and they lost to Robert Morris in the finals. Literally, the most that you could win for winning the tournament was $500, and these colleges are paying upwards of like tens of thousands of dollars for the tuition in the form of scholarships. It's a net loss. They have no business at a tournament. Some of them like traveled across the country for it. We got smashed so hard in that first game, and all of us were overtired. Fantastic. $4 million? Is that like the actual like official Dota tournament? Because this was just like an amateur tournament that we joined, or what was supposed to be, but colleges were there. Like I said, sad. And they didn't even like place us with like other normal people that were there. They just placed all the normal teams against the highest college teams to like clear the bracket right away. And a lot of these teams signed up with their like alt accounts, their lower rank, so that they would get a better seed. Actually sad. All that work for potentially $500. I outplayed their ADC though. He was running me down like an animal, and I absolutely baited him in and just killed him. Purely for pure. It'd be fun to go watch though. Playing in an event like that was a lot of fun. Dude, a lot of like the newer teams that haven't really established themselves yet, they struggle if they're thrown into like a pro environment. But it takes years to build a team like that. Look at the US, dude. We've never had a winning championship team in any esport. CSGO is smashed by everyone in Europe, and League is smashed by everyone in Asia, pretty much. It's crazy. Evil Geniuses? I mean, are they a US team? like the only Dota, like the only NA accomplishment. I don't think like none of our esports like really does well. They might do well in Hearthstone. At one point they did. Maybe like, I don't know, like Street Fighter or something. Because what do we got? We got like TSM. I don't even know if any of the other teams are still around. Dignitas. Lycian Altar. I'm gonna try. We haven't seen one tonight, so it can happen. The first feast, out of 36 packs ago, we hit like 5 VMAX Dragonites. Hotshot GG. What game? League? I don't think they won Worlds. Maybe they won like Nationals or something. That is a throwback name, dude. I forgot about that name. And they have been playing so bad. Well, I mean, dude, if they're a new esports team, they're going to get destroyed the first couple times. Is Hotshot even a US player? I thought he was like Europe. Saint Vicious, dude. Oh my god, that's another name I haven't heard in like 10 years. Jeez, Saint Vicious, dude. I'd have to Google it. I don't know. And I played League since season 1. Or season 2, rather. CLG and TSM. I remember Bjergsen. And he was supposed to be like the sleeper, dude. And they just couldn't win anything. I remember I watched him play Lulu mid and it inspired me. Gotcha. Saint Vicious, though, dude. That made me laugh. I mean, I'm not surprised. There hasn't really been, like... I haven't even heard anything recently for any esports for NA. Maybe Rocket League, but I feel like that's Euro dominated anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's a different ball game in different countries with certain games. Where they're looked at as like we look at like how people look at LeBron for certain esports. Valorant? I guess that's true. I haven't really followed that at all. That Flareon is very nice. We got 2 more chances in the form of stacks for a Zard. Otherwise, we may have a Zardless Friday stream, which is insane. It made me throw up a little bit in my mouth. What for Valo? I mean, I guess that's true. I just feel like every other game that I've watched, I never really watched Valo Pro. Finally, we're getting some, which is interesting because like they just don't cut it in CS:GO. It's just dominated by like Euro teams. SSG for NA. I remember one time in the league finals where it was both the Samsung teams in the finals, like for the championship. It was like Samsung Blue and Samsung White. That Blissey is very clean. Chris. Dude, I remember watching Virtus Pro, aka Virtus Throw, and I was betting skins on them, and my boy Pasha Biceps let me down. They threw that game when they knew they weren't going to win the tournament, which a lot of teams did. They'd bet against themselves and then throw the game because they knew they weren't going to win it in the finals for more money. Oh my gosh. I lost like $20 worth of skins. I was beside myself because I'd been building it up from nothing. You never have the same organization have two teams in the same division. All that was the finals. It literally was both the Samsung teams. They started in different brackets, but I think why they had two teams, I forgot. Like, I think other companies were involved with each of the teams. The Samsung was the main in both of them. And I think all the players are South Korean because that's where Samsung was. They were stomping everybody. I remember there was like a big rivalry between him and like who's the main player in like SKT? Forgot his name. Like the Unkillable Demon King was his nickname. I completely forget his name. Faker. That's who it was. Faker. He played for SKT, and there was a big rivalry for like a Korean team that they were playing. No, this was League. CSGO was fun because you could bet skins on it and like win more, but when teams started to throw, I was not having a good time. I would bet on like some random Russian team where you could only watch it from like some proxy website. I'd be like sitting there like a junkie during one of my college classes just watching on $5 worth of skins that I bet. Me and my buddy John would literally just, we were both in college at the time, and we just would skip class and bet on games. Also, sorry if I'm like going full autopilot and not like going really in depth with the hits, but it is what it is. Betting is big in Dota. I imagine these days, like if you got online betting, you could probably do it on most apps. I'm waiting for Wisconsin to get on the train with that. I think they're already starting it. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I have like zero want to watch or motivation to watch like a sport, like a regular game, like football or anything. Unless I got money on the line or if I got a fantasy team. First blood, first kills. Man, I bet that players like try to manipulate that and bet on themselves for something. You'll be banned for life if you get caught though. Thrown off of whatever team you're on. But I'm sure like some of those lower teams that they're not making too much money, I bet they find ways. They have to. Oh, they have the same thing for like UFC fights. Or like Super Bowl. You could bet on the coin toss. People have made a lot of money off of that. Or like you can bet if they shake hands before they start a fight, like in UFC, or if someone's mouth guard is gonna fall out of their mouth. What's like there's a really like crazy Super Bowl one. I think it's like a safety or a touchdown on the first kick return, or the safety in the first quarter or something. Bet on the Gatorade color. Zodi's finally here. He's been avoiding us all this time. I think he just doesn't care about us. Bad strats you memed at. Pasha Biceps was like my favorite CSGO player, and legit, he did me dirty. They threw that game and I lost $20. Devastated. No, this is the last break, but next week, Ivan, you better put on your helmet, dude. It's gonna be insane. Probably plays GTA RP too. Who? Ivan or Zodi? Dude, I miss having Tater Tot in here. What I'm gonna do when I get off stream, because I'm probably not gonna sleep because I gotta get this stuff to Nick so you can ship it to you guys. I am gonna build up my base so you guys don't have to watch that on stream, and you guys are just gonna see all the PvP action. Because getting a kill in that game in DayZ is the best thing ever. Which I'm pretty sure the base will be done, at least good enough in my next sitting in that game. Unless, of course, I got raided like immediately. I'll know right away. If I got raided immediately, I'll probably just not build a base. But I have it so discreet where a lot of people are not going to see where that is. Choked on some air there. The Rockstar launcher made you want to punch your monitor. Listen, Zodi, I don't want to hear it because Rainbow Six Siege was like the greatest game ever when it first came out, and they basically scammed me because once it left beta, the game was unplayable. The ranked queue didn't work. No explanation for that. And every other game that you would get in, you would just die at spawn from somebody who was aimbotting across the map. And they didn't refund me. So I vowed never to play that game again. The game had so much promise and was so much fun when it was in beta. Good old Ubisoft. Garbage. because that game was a PvP game. You don't play the story mode in that game. I don't even think there was one. Or when... Did you ever play Paragon, Zodi? Oh my gosh, that alternate. It was like an over-the-shoulder kind of like Smite, but like way better graphics, and it was a MOBA. That was another big disappointment for me. I had that game, then they killed it off because they were focusing on Fork Knife, and they killed off every other project. And they wanted to give me a V-Bucks. Hey, instead of your, $60 that you paid, how about some V-Bucks? And I was like, no. All right, well, if you want your money back, we're gonna have to have the bank transaction number from like a year ago when you bought the game. Okay, I have it. I used PayPal. And it took them a month to get me my refund. They were really salty about me not taking the V-Bucks. I don't want the Tomato Man costume for that crap game that you guys made. Are you sure that you don't want V-Bucks? I don't. I really don't. I'd like my $60. Oh, well, that's awkward because we don't have the 60 anymore. We spent it already. Pretty much. Just imagine, dude, if you look up gameplay of Paragon, Zodi, you would have been like, whoa, this is actually pretty crazy. Like, it was beautiful. And they just one day were like, all right, everyone working on this project, you're fired. Good luck. You like that energy a lot? Which one? The grass? It's clean. They just, they didn't even fire the people that worked in that department. They just locked the doors and didn't unlock it the next morning. They showed up trying to get inside. I could see that. That's an attitude of a Fortnite developer. They changed the signs like on the office. We made jokes about that whenever Heroes of the Storm it's still playable now, but at one point, like, they definitely did not have customer service. So, like, it's just like a distance, like, dystopian, like, office building where, like, the offices are abandoned for that game, but the phone still rings. Legit, someone said that, I laughed so hard. Used to be in it. Dude, HOTS is still playable. They still do updates to that game, but Blizzard's in a weird spot right now. I'm hoping Microsoft will just fire all the, like, weird, like, grabby people that are trying to sexually harass people. Tier 3? What do you mean? Dude, I played, who was the warrior? Varian. I would go Varian, and then you could choose to be like a tanky warrior or dual wield or damage, and I would go dual wield, and it would legit clear the whole jungle and just smoke everybody. Lily. Lucio was broken in that game. I thoroughly enjoyed playing Aberath? What's his name? The dude who basically, like, you could take control of like units and shield them. Abathur. And I had the not a Ditto, but hello Hyper Mewtwo. We did not get one Ditto. Interesting. That's very gradable as well. Not yet. We have one pack left. Otherwise, we're Zardless for this entire stream. One Ditto. Okay. But we're still Zardless. Still a good break, though. Guys, double feast today. We've outdone ourselves. I could have went for 3. Yeah, I'm not lying to you guys, but I don't want to post a third feast until breaks are like completely sold out, and there were still spots until like pretty later. Oh, next week is gonna be nuts, dude. I'm excited. Thank you guys. I appreciate all of you. This is a solid amount of hits. I'll do the weekly booster box giveaway as well. Gaming stream, probably Sunday. Play some more DayZ. I'll put my character in a position to just get right in the action. Like an episode of Cops, dude, just right next to the guy, sprinting. That's a lot of hits. Also, Zodi, I was reading, there was a post going around that there was a middleman service that literally just stole everyone's cards. Be very careful who you choose for a middleman, please. Like, a lot of people just got scammed. Like, they literally, like, just took the cards and then deleted the website. A lot of people looking to like find cheaper options, they get scammed, and that's what happens. Why did Nick, you are trolling right now. Nick put all the types in the weekly giveaway list. What is wrong with you? I'm literally going to yell at him, even though he probably did that on accident, obviously. But what the heck? All right, weekly booster box giveaway. Winner is John Eaton. John is eating good. Congrats to you, my guy. All right, winner of the Beige Bucks booster box. Oives. Has your name been Oives this entire time instead of Olives? Love you all. Exclamation point gaming. It comes up as Oives. Your pachinko slot's not working. Pachinko. All right. I love all of you guys. Gaming stream this weekend. Keep your eyes on the website. Also, we have 120 cards up for sale on eBay right now. They will be ending soon. Exclamation point eBay. Love every single one of you. Good night.